Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993 and today is another day of me trying to explain a new game with new character. And today is gonna be the first character which I'm gonna be talking about because I have been using this character a lot, okay? And so without further ado, let's get started. Now before starting the video, to understand that this is a beginner's and intermediate guide only, and my type of guide may vary a lot based on other of the same type of video making of this game, okay? Like other content creator, compared to other content creator, my content might be a little bit different because my game is mostly free to play. So as a free to play player, my method of approaching this game is going to be completely different. Meta players will not be able to benefit from this video, but the beginners and the intermediate player will highly benefit from this video. So without further ado, again, let's get started. So this character is called Lyfe Wild Hunt, okay? So I'm gonna call this Ice Lyfe, okay, because it is easier to say. Now here's the thing, Ice Lyfe, you will be able to get this character from this echo section here. Now normally when what happens is a certain banner gets eliminated after the certain amount of days. This character from this banner here is gonna go up to this banner here. Now what are the standard banner characters? These are the 1 2 3 4 5. These are the 5 standard banner character. Basically speaking, if you are new to this game, like you just started this game, then obviously selecting Lyfe Wild Hunt is gonna be a lot better than selecting Yao Winter Solist, okay? Now why is that? Well, the reason main behind this is because Lyfe Wild Hunt is gonna be able to freeze the enemy, which is gonna be a lot more important than just shooting the enemy. Because remember, once the enemy is moving, and even if you were to hit them, they are still gonna be able to hit you back. Whereas if you were to use Lyfe Wild Hunt, then what will happen is once you freeze the enemy will not be able to hit you back because they are frozen. So that is the main reason why I highly suggest that if you are a new player, go for Lyfe Wild Hunt first. That is my opinion. Again, that is my opinion, and I think it is a very good example, okay? Now let's start with these characters. These characters, other thing is, okay, if you get this character from this place, then and from this place, when this one gets over, are there any other method to get this character? No, there is no other method to get this character. Okay, now let's talk about the weapon. Now when it comes to this character's weapon, the question remains is which weapon did I give her? The weapon that I gave her is this 4-star weapon. Now why did I give her a 4-star weapon where I could give her a 5-star weapon? Well, first of all, do understand the color code. Let's go to this archive. Now once you go to this archive, go to this area here. Once you go to this area, click on submachine gun and frost. Frost is basically ice damage, same thing. Okay, now here's the thing, this is a 2-star weapon. This is a 3-star weapon. This is a 4-star weapon, and this is a 5-star weapon. So if I were to, let's say, remove this frost here, then we'll see that there are 2-star weapon as well. This is a 2-star weapon. See, now here's the thing, this is a normal weapon. This weapon has no elemental category, so this is the weapon that you will come with if you get Lyfe Wild Hunt first. Okay, now that is point number 1. Point number 2 is afterwards you'll get these weapons every time you pull for a character. So every time you pull for a character, you will get these weapons for free, but these are not worth it, okay? So where can you get this purple weapon? You can get this purple weapon from this shop section, especially from this place here. Now in order to get this, you'll have to use silver bucks, okay? These are called silver bucks. Now you will get enough materials, okay, this stamina, okay, let's call this stamina. So you will get enough of this stamina per day, so that within 3 days you will be able to get about 300,000 of these silver bucks. Now let me show you how much amount do I have. I have a lot of this weapon, which is a 4-star weapon. And are they worth it? Yes, they are better than a 3-star weapon. So which is why I had collected as much as 4-star weapon as I could, okay? Now other than that, the question remains is, why am I talking about the 4-star weapon? Now let's go to this archive section again and allow me to explain it to you. Now first of all, do understand that when you compare a weapon, there are some controversial issue if you go to this Discord server of this game. they are gonna be telling you to upgrade a 3-star weapon and not the 4-star weapon. Well, I highly disagree with that one. First of all, you will have to see the attack. Now this attack percentage is gonna be a lot more important than the percentage which are given here. Okay, why is that? Because if the attack is low, the overall percentages are also not gonna be taking effect. Okay, so from that point of perspective, if you were to, let's say, got this weapon initially, use this weapon. I'm not saying you shouldn't use this weapon. What I'm saying is that after you have gotten a 4-star weapon such as this ionized jellyfish, okay, or this hypochloras acid gun, okay, if you get either this or this, use this weapon, upgrade this weapon instead of upgrading this 3-star weapon. Okay, this 3-star weapon is not gonna be worth it, because if you just read at this level here, attack level, then it is 641, and this one is 636, whereas this one is 528. So from that point of perspective, you can probably guess why I am saying that this weapon is gonna be a lot more better than this 3-star weapon. Okay, now obviously the best weapon is gonna be the 5-star weapon, but because there is a lot of issue in getting this weapon, I suggest that you get this weapon in a different manner than using the digicash. Okay, these are the digicash. Okay, now why, let me explain. So if you go to this place here, okay, and this place here, you will have 50% chance of getting the weapon. So which is why if you were to get the weapon from either this place or this place, there is a 50-50 chance of either be able to get the weapon or not be able to get the weapon. Now we will be seeing that, okay, I have did 30 pull. I didn't do 30 pull with digicash. I did 30 pull with this weapon permit, and you can get this thing in from very different places, but these are a lot limited resources. So what I do is every time I pull for a character from this place here or either from this place, I get reward points. So what do I do with the reward point? I plan on using those reward point. Okay, here it is. This is the reward code. Okay, sorry, not reward point, reward code. I plan on using this reward code to get the weapon that I need. Now this is the first weapon that I am trying to get, and this is the weapon which I was given free because I started the game at the day 1. Okay, so with all of this in mind, what I'm trying to say is, if you are a free-to-play player, then you shouldn't be pulling for a 5-star weapon. I'm not saying you should never. I'm saying you should most likely not be pulling for a 5-star weapon. Okay, you should be getting the 5-star weapon from this place here, because you will have enough of the digicash to get as much as character you need, but also at the same time, because you will not have enough resources to pull for the characters and the weapon also, it would be better if you just didn't pull for any weapons at all and just go for the characters, and once you get enough of this reward code, just get the weapon you need. So this is the weapon that I'm gonna be pulling for first, because this weapon is gonna be a lot more useful on Lyfe Wild Hunt. Okay, now let's talk about the logistic. So the logistic of every character is gonna be found in the shop section in 2 places here. Okay, one of these is called the underground parts section. This is the underground parts section. Another one is logistic office. Okay, now when it comes to the logistics office, you will be getting them from this personal limit. Now where can you get those personal limit? You can get those personal limit from this gigalink area. So every weekly, okay, so every weekly, if you do this up to 1000 neural connection, then you will be able to get at least 100 of these. So I had been playing this game for a long period of time, which is why I had gotten all of my characters logistic in their proper places. Okay, so that's the thing. Now other than that, you can get logistic from another area such as the operation area, and maybe, yeah, from this place here, but I cannot guarantee that you will be able to get the characters which you need, because most of the time what will happen is, even if you were to select the character which you even if you were to select the logistic which you want to get, most of the time the stamina is gonna be wasted on something else which you actually didn't want it. Okay, at least there is one good thing here, that is once you fill up this bar, you will most likely be able to get the one which you need, which are basically chosen. Okay, so let's say you have chosen this one. So once this bar is full, you will be getting one of the pieces from this place here. But I still suggest that if you are a free-to-play player, then go for this gigalink, make this 1000 every week, and then you will have 200 of this within 2 weeks, and then you will be able to get the character their proper logistic. Okay, now an important thing about logistic is that once you have made all of the logistics at level 15, there is another thing which happens afterward. It's called this thing. Okay, revisional application or revision application or revised talent. Don't spend any amount of resources getting this, because most of the time you will not be getting exactly what you want. So this is more of an end game thing that you will be not be have any control over. Okay, now other than that, if you were to ask me, okay, what about neurons? In terms of neurons, just start with a random one, and eventually you will have enough material to get all of them completed to their max potential. Okay, but be careful, because if you give those neurons to some other character, then what will happen is you will not be able to give those neurons to some other character. So let's say I have spent neurons on Yao. Once I reset those neurons, I cannot give those neurons back to some other character such as Lyfe. It will be given back to Yao. So that is not worth it. Okay, so make sure that whichever neurons you are giving to whichever character are the character that you are going to be using. Okay, now let's go to this gigalink. Okay, not gigalink. Okay, let me see. This neural simulation to give you an idea of what else is happening. For example, I'll be starting with this lowest one, just to give you a, okay, maybe this hardest one and not select anything else. Okay, so let's say I have selected 2 characters. Okay, for reference I'll select another one and started the battle. So the fight will not start, the fight will not start if I don't go there. Okay, so there is something I need to show you. So when it comes to this character, okay, let's say there is an enemy, especially in this area here. Okay, and if you were to use the skill of this character, then what will happen is this bar is gonna go down. Also another click is gonna stop it. Okay, now here's the thing. If there are enemy in this area here, okay, in this area, and I'm shooting at this enemy using the gun, and then click on this area here, then what will happen is, as this ice bar is gonna go down, but if I were to shoot at the enemy, the bar is gonna get filled up. So that is one of the important thing which will happen once you fully upgrade a character to nearly to their max potential. Okay, so that is point number 1. Now point number 2 is, let's say you want to quickly freeze a certain enemy. So if you were to have Lyfe Wild Hunt in the background and not in the battlefield, then just click on the Z button here, as you can see here, Z button, that it will do a QTE. That QTE is gonna cause the enemy to get quickly frozen. Now in co-op mode, that QTE is gonna be available even if you are not in the background, even if you are on the battlefield. Okay, and you still click on this Z button, then what will happen is the enemy will quickly get frozen. So that is the thing. Okay, now let's click back to this one. So the thing is, once this bar is full, okay, once this bar is full, what will happen is you will need to get close to the enemy. Once you get close to the enemy and click on this Q, okay, it will do a special skill attack that is gonna make the enemy take large quantity of ice damage, but not only ice damage, rather it is also gonna be freeze the enemy. Okay, So it basically means that if you are a veteran player in playing this character and knows how to play this character, then what will happen is you will have higher chances of survival. Okay, and why is that? Because freezing an enemy will basically stop the enemy's movement, and when the enemy stops movement, what will happen is the enemy will not be able to hit you back. Whereas if you were to use, let's say, normal attack like this character here, or let's say fire attack as this character here, then the enemies are gonna take normal damage or let's say fire damage, but they're still gonna be able to hit you back. So that is a bad indication. So to run away from that bad indication, it would be better if you just start with a character that can paralyze an enemy by freezing them. Okay, so I guess those are the all of the things. Other than that, you can go to this base area here, and once you go to this base area, interact with Lyfe Wild Hunt. Okay, where is Lyfe? Okay, Lyfe is not here. I think she is in her room. Okay, so once you interact with this character on a regular basis, okay, and every time that mark appears on the character, and once you interact with them, their overall affection level is gonna go high, and once the affection level goes high, they will perform more damage output. Okay, now one thing I can say that the overall character model is actually very good, and I do not know why the uh, clothes are a lot shinier, which is not bad. Okay. So overall, if you find this video interesting regarding of how you should be spending your resources and which place and how you should be using this character, then this character is a very good option. Now in terms of gameplay, the gameplay is going to be the similar for every character. For example, you need to hide behind the obstacle to not get damage from the enemies. Those are going to be the same. But in terms of using a character specifically from their skill, or let's say ultimate skill, all I'm gonna say that this is a character that you should be starting with. Okay, now afterwards you'll be getting some other characters such as Yao, or let's say another character is gonna be this one, Cyrus. So once you have those characters will provide some other benefits, such as Yao, 4-star Yao is gonna be providing you healing. Okay, and that Cyrus is gonna be providing you with shield. This character is gonna be providing you with shield. So if you have healing and shield, obviously your chances of survival is gonna be even higher. So from that point of perspective, I would suggest that you play this game in a way that it will benefit you the most at the beginning, and then as you get smarter towards how the enemy works, or how the environments work, then it would be better if you were to get some other characters. Okay, so overall, if you think that this is a very good video in terms of me explaining on this character and the environment, how to use her, then if you think this is a good video, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you, and see you again next time.